Yo guys, what's going on? This is Yorkie here. Welcome back to another episode of this FIFA 21 Bayer Leverkusen career mode. Today we're going to take on RB Leipzig to kick off the episode. We'll also play Gladbach and the transfer window will open. I think that's probably all we'll do in this one. We'll just play those two games, get the transfer window open, and then in the next episode we'll play against Leipzig. Probably sim the Hanover game and get into a tasty cup game again against Borussia Dortmund, who knocked us out of the cup. And in the knockout stage of the Champions League, we've got Man City, and it's a bit of an issue, because in this month we play against Dortmund, Man City, and sandwiched in between Man City is Werder Bremen and bloody Bayern Munich, so it makes life a little bit more difficult there, doesn't it? Then Gladbach straight after that Bayern Munich game. Couple of days later, Freiburg. So, I mean, we're being slammed pretty hard in that time period, but it'll be all right. There's some big games for us to play, and there's some big transfers for us to make. We know one that we're definitely going to do. I'm going to bring in a Nana. Not been impressed with Hardecki this season so far, and we might look at a couple of other players as well. I'm not sure yet who we bring in, but definitely a Nana. I think that keeper upgrade's needed. We might lose a couple of players as well. We'll see what we think. Right, so here we go. This will be the squad to take on RB Leipzig. They've got a decent team, though, haven't they? Origi and Isaac up top. Also, Dani Olmo and Kunku. They've got a good, strong side. Oh, but a Manolas, the two centre-backs. So we've got to watch out for Michele. We won't get much opportunity down that right-hand side. He's extremely rapid, and we found it really difficult against him last time. Let's see how we do, though. It's been a day or two since I played FIFA, so this could be really bad. This could be really bad. If you're wondering why it's so bright in here, here being the room, it's proper sunny today in Yorkshire. Don't know why. Don't ask me. I'm actually recording this during the day as well instead of the middle of the night / early morning, because my sleep pattern's destroyed. My sleep pattern is technically now fixed. Let's go to the Red Bull Arena. Hopefully get a victory. All right, so anticipating a pretty rough game here in the snow. I don't think it'll be easy for us. RB Leipzig are having a fantastic season so far. Find themselves sat in third position, I think, with a decent points total. But this gives us a great opportunity to catch up. Hardecki there having a word with Aaron Geese. They're not replacing me, are they? We certainly are, Hardecki. We certainly are. Oh, they're in here earlier, Leipzig, causing problems. Isaac is he's a beast. He's so physically strong as well as being very tall and a danger in the box. Jonathan Tah manages to get that away in the end. Adams will fire that wide to Nkunku. And we just need to get the ball out at this moment in time. Ezequiel Barco now. And look at the options I've got. I've got no options whatsoever. Come on, lads. Come on, lads. Open up a little bit. Open up a little bit. Here we go. Here we go. They're playing a real high press. Two up top. Very dangerous. And this is going to be extremely difficult, I imagine. We're not going to get too many opportunities in this one. But hopefully, the team that is great at taking them when we get them, that we will take them when we get them this time. Kramaric now. It's done really well. Kramaric! Oh, what a finish! What a finish from Kramaric! This man is a beast. He is a beast. What a finish. Happy days. 1-0 up. I didn't see that coming. When I got the ball in that position and Miri seemed to take the defenders away for a second, I thought I'd just go a little bit wide. God, he's fired that one top corner, hasn't he? He's fired that one top corner. Andrej Kramaric. Nice. 1-0 lead. Free kick now for Leipzig. Let's see what they can do. Well, he actually struck it from there. That's interesting. I didn't expect that. Isaac now. He's managed to find his man. 1-1. Just terrible defending. Just terrible defending. 1-1, RB Leipzig straight back into the game. Deflection from a free kick as well. Deflection from that free kick. Finds his man. Amiri doesn't track him at all, does he? So I'm just Jonathan Tah's out on his own, basically. Oh, frustrating. Well, Michele has caused all kinds of problems as Alexander Isaac finally plays that ball in. And honestly, they're causing me a lot of issues now. I think we're actually seeing, for the first time in this career mode, like the change, like a dwarfing change as well, that they actually are far better than us and have improved a lot. Oh, Miri just can't get to that. He's got to be quicker. He's not felt good in this game. He's not felt good at all. Since the injury, he's come back. He's not really done anything for us. And our biggest issue right now is the pace that they attack with. They attack with so much pace. They've got so much pace in this squad. It's scary. It is scary as Maximilian Arnold now that wins that. And now maybe we can do something here. Let's see what we can get going. Paulinho, he's begging Amiri, isn't he? He's begging him. He's like, Amiri, please, mate. Please, mate. Oh, we've managed to hold on to that. I don't know how. Amiri now. Try and get that out wide. Oh, it's terrible. Terrible play. And I'm missing Isco, to be honest with you. No surprise, I suppose. He's a wonderful player. But, yeah, I'm missing Isco a lot. Well, Nkunku now in a good position is going to be able to get the ball across because I've mucked it up with Perez. Nkunku, it's not a bad ball. Adams, well blocked Aranguiz. Well blocked Aranguiz. And now look at Maximilian Arnold. He's so good on the ball, is Arnold. I'm not going to lie. Look at that. Beautiful from him. I want you to keep going, Kramaric. I want you to keep going, Kramaric. We'll stand it up towards Amiri. We'll win a corner. That'll do. That'll do. We'll whip this one in. Of course, we're going towards Jonathan Tah. He's just got under it. He just got under it too much. Paulinho now, again, finding space down this wing. And Kramaric, really, I don't want making that run. I want him making a better run. Oh, I thought I'd found Amiri then. Unfortunately not. Can I cut that out? I can with Arias. Maximilian Arnold now, having a huge impact in the game. Amiri, what can he do? He'll pull that one back to Kramaric. He'll fire off a shot. That was nice play. That was beautiful play to end the half. Oh, I thought I was going to nestle top corner again from Kramaric, but we'll go in. 1-1. Both sides have had a lot of attempts. This is a very even game between two big teams now in this German league. Oh, I got forward here with Divock Origi. Let's try and win this back. Jonathan Tah on Origi. Will win it back, will he? He does. And we can start moving forward now. Let's keep playing it. Get to that Amiri. Again, his pace lets him down a little bit, doesn't it, Amiri? Unfortunately. You know, it's early days. He's just having a poor performance in this one, but it's early days back for him. And, you know, I still hold out a lot of hope for him in the team. I still very much like him as a player, but it's certainly early days of him managing to get back into the squad. So I'm not going to be worried too much. I want Paulinho now to be making a little bit of a quicker run, but we're going to get it to him in the end anyway. And now I've got Kramaric making his run. Keep going, Kramaric. Keep going, Kramaric. I thought we'd just squeeze that one through. Unfortunately not. Paulinho now. Maximilian Arnold. Oh, well blocked, Manolas. Well blocked. There were a lot of bodies for me to squeeze that shot through. Well, Lucas Hilario's coming on for Origi. He scored past us before. I wouldn't put it past him scoring again in this one, would you? Hopefully not. Maximilian Arnold now. What can he do with it? He's run near enough the whole length of the pitch. What can he do here? He's going to play that one back to Barco. Barco then will slide it back through to him. He's found Aranguiz in the end with the shot. Kramaric onto Aranguiz. Nice play in the end. Arnold is busting a gut to get forward when he can. Oh, I thought that was going to be another great moment for Aranguiz. I think we might make a change now as well. Well, double bubble from us. Jean Mario for Amiri. It's just not been Amiri's day, has it? We're also going to bring off Barco and bring on Arnold, the youngster. Let's give him an opportunity. He needs more opportunities. Barco struggled to get into the game, to be fair to him. That's not bad balling. It's going to actually land to Arnold here. What can he do? I'm going to stand that one up. Oh, I thought Kramaric had got on it, and the terrible news is that Jonathan Tah's down. Holding is now knee. He was holding his arm before. I'm sure he was holding his arm before. Now he's holding his knee. Along comes Tap Sober, and that's really not good news for us. Luckily, we've got Restos and Perez and Sven Bender, but yeah, not good news for us at all with these jam-packed fixture lists coming up soon. Tap Sober is on the pitch now, and he's going to have an instant impact. I'm going to fire that one in with Aranguiz. No, I'm not. I'm going to fire it in now towards the back post to Maximilian Arnold, who shoved surely. Completely shoved off the ball there, but apparently not. Shamario now is going to find Kramaric. Kramaric surely to win the game for Bayer Leverkusen. Oh, he's saved. It wasn't his best. Wasn't his best, was it? I think he's hit it straight at the keeper. He's trying to bend it and he's trying to take it into that right-hand corner, but oh, that's infuriating. Well, we'll whip the corner in. Tapsoda's in there! The keeper saved it again. The keeper saved it again. And this second half really has been our half of football. But RB Leipzig are certainly being kept in this game. They certainly are, and it's infuriating. Honestly, lads, it's infuriating because we've given it our all in this one, haven't we? Kramaric now will find João Mario, who's going to try and play in the young man Arnold, who's going to pull this back. Oh, it's neat footwork, but he didn't do anything with it. Well, that'll be full time and 1-1, and yeah, it begs the question, doesn't it? Tapsoba, Kramaric. Couple of big opportunities there towards the end of the game that we just couldn't find the back of the net. I mean, all square away to Leipzig isn't really the end of the world, is it? It's not a bad result, but it's just a bit frustrating. I think we should have nicked that one. Well, not really the end result we would have wanted, is it? 2 months for Jonathan Tah. That is big. That is big. That is really bad news, and that is big, really, to be honest with you. We're going to go to the team sheet now, and we'll have to take him out of it. And it's just... he's really important to us. He just is really important to us. Now, it's not that we don't have options centre-back, because we've got Tapsoba, who is still a brilliant centre-back. He's like a mini Jonathan Tah. He's going to come into the team eventually, and we've still got Naful Perez as well, the youngster, who is ever getting better, and Restos as well, who I do prefer on the left, but he's still a decent centre-back. So we're not exactly out of options, but it's just... it's a rough one to take, that one, in being on the injury list. I've got to be honest, it is a rough one to take. We are actually going to put Arnold in this formation here, right? Because when you're doing the training and stuff, it helps to put in players that aren't actually going to be playing as much. But yeah, a little bit frustrating. I'm going to go through as well and look at some of the morale before the window opens. And what I'm going to do is, those players that are upset with playtime, if I can't give them more playtime and a bid comes in, I will accept it, because in reality, they would be coming to me and saying, look, Gaffer, play me, or I'm going somewhere else. And that's exactly the conversation we had with them, and we will make that decision. But yeah, Jonathan Tah out, and... by no means whatsoever ideal, that situation, because he's very important. And, you know, maybe with the window coming up, we get a little bit of a break, but there's going to be a full month of action-packed games, jam-packed games that we're not going to have him for now. Started the season pretty poorly, but he's been very good recently for us. All right, so this will be the squad to take on Gladbach, Kramaric, Amiri. We're going to give Amiri another game. I want to get him back in form. Diaby on the left, Vasquez on the right, Palacios and Torres as our centre mids, Tapsoba and Bender as our centre backs. Very strong centre back partnership. Arias on the right, Restos on the left. We probably do need another right back now that we've been favouring this formation. We probably do need another right back and maybe a left back, but I quite like Restos there. They do have a very strong team. I'm guessing they've got Cooper Miners, who is a brilliant centre mid, who we were going to look at getting from AZ. They've got Almiron, Lascelles. They're like, bloody hell, they're like Newcastle, don't they? They've got Lascelles and Almiron. They've got what I believe will be Harvey Elliott, I'm guessing, and then Thuram up top. So a decent strength side, and we already know that Jan Sommer is very difficult to get the ball past, so that'll make this interesting. But I don't think their team has improved. I think they're missing some big players that they've lost, and I think we can give them a good game and should get a win here. Well, there we go. Match day 17, the halfway stage of this Bundesliga season. And we're going to need a better second half, but we've certainly improved as the season's gone on and as the players have got into better fitness. And I think we can continue to improve today. I really fancy us. We came up short against Leipzig, to be honest. I think we were the better side and maybe should have nicked it. This should be theoretically an easier game. We're at home as well. Let's give it our best shot. Let's fire away. This could also be Hardeki's last game in goal before he's turned into the backup goalkeeper for us for now. I probably will look to sell him in the summer. I'm not going to sell him instantly, though. I don't see any point in that. Why not keep him around for now? Because he's not bad. He's not a bad goalkeeper by any stretch of the imagination. I'm moving the ball nicely here, though, in the early stages. Amiri. I wanted the run of Oliver Torres. I got the run of Oliver Torres, but he shoved off the ball, unfortunately for me. But yeah, we need to start making some changes, I think. Playing against teams like Leipzig really does give you the eye-opener of really, in reality, how much better their squad is to ours. And I'm not saying our squad isn't good, especially when we've got the full-strength side out. But when you can't play the full strength side, we are a little bit weak in areas. We certainly need to improve over the coming years if we want to be a team that wins the league. And a real powerhouse in the league more than anything. Free kick now for Gladbach. Let's see what they can do. He's lofted it! Oh, Elliott nearly scores there. I'm not sure that is Harvey Elliott, but Elliott nearly scores. Good head on him. Oh, God, I can't... We had the player in front as well. I can't believe we missed that header. Oh, well, there we go. Lucas Vasquez in early doors here. He's going to pull it back, is he? He does at the end to Amiri, who fires off a shot. You've got to do better than that to get one past Sommer. You certainly do. Look at how quickly he fired that ball out to Elliott as well. We've got to do better than that to score past him. A sloppy game of football so far. We've managed to get Restos away here. Restos is going to fire this one across towards Kramaric for 1-0. For 1-0. Kramaric, he's dangerous, isn't he? He just is dangerous. No matter where he is on the pitch. If we didn't have Kramaric, we would be in real trouble. We would be in real trouble. And if we lose him, we will be in real trouble. He is an absolute superstar in this team. He's a beast. He's having a superb season. 11 goals already in the first half of the season. And he was injured for a large part of it as well. Since he's been back in the team, this Bayer Leverkusen side look like we can achieve something. When he's not in the squad, we do look a little bit toothless going forward. Oh, Gladbach now moving forward. Elliott, get up. Somebody get up. Get to the ball. We're struggling to clear it at the moment. And we've struggled to clear it again there, haven't we? We can't get it past the first clearance. Diaby now. He's got to stay close to his man. And yeah, we're having a little bit of a real issue right now with the team that we're playing against. They're causing us all kinds of problems. And we don't want to concede like we did against Leipzig. Let's be honest with that. We really don't want that to happen. The ball's in towards Almiron. Actually, Thuram has a terrible touch and it's going to go off. Restos there. He's going to find Kramaric. Kramaric do. He's so good on the ball as well, is Kramaric. That's what makes him really dangerous. We'll try and lift that one in towards Amiri, but I think he was offside if we'd have found the pass. Luckily for us, we didn't, and we might actually win the ball back. And we do. There with Arias. Now we've got Vasquez down the wing. Torres now. Oliver Torres. What can he do? He's going to be caught. He's going to be caught, and that's happened a few times now, but that's a terrible clearance from them for once. But now we don't have anyone to give the ball to. Vasquez now will whip that one in. Amiri is in there. And it's going to land to Kramaric on the volley. He's hit the post. He's hit the post. Oh, I thought that was 2-0 and a brace for Kramaric. Unfortunately, wasn't meant to be. Well, that'll be half-time at 1-0 to the good. But it could have been more. Kramaric hitting the post after a bit of a scramble in the box. And that's what we need more of. We need a second. We know that already. A 1-0 lead is definitely not good enough. We need to find a second in this second half. Well, Vasquez is doing really well here on the counter. He's been caught up in the end. Amiri now. What can he do? Amiri! Oh, it'd have been beautiful if he could have got himself back in there and got himself a goal. I mean, his run was nice, the way he held it. But the problem is his shot was so tame, and this is really bad news right now. This is horrendous news. As Tap Soda is down on the pitch, we're about to lose ourselves another centre-back, boys, which means we certainly need to sign one now. Oh, it's not looking good, is it? This is probably a 2-month injury as well. Tap Soda had direct replacement for Jonathan Tah now. He's going to be coming off the pitch. I'll bring on Perez, which isn't an issue because we've got Perez. But it's a bit of an issue now that we might be losing Tap Soda. This is not how this episode was supposed to go with the injuries. Not how it was supposed to go. Let's bring on Perez. We're certainly going to have to find ourselves a new centre-back, I think. I don't even know who we've got on the list of centre-backs to bring in. And we need to figure something out. Because we're going to be very short in that position now. The problem is whoever we bring in will get game time. But as soon as our players are back, they won't get the game time anymore. So it's kind of like a double-edged sword. Do we bring someone in or do we grin and bear it for now? I'd rather not, but you never know what the right decision is, I suppose. They're moving the ball nicely here now. We're outnumbered. We need bodies back, and Hardecki, I thought I'd messed up. He's got to save them. He's put wide, though, lucky for us. Diaby now, charging forward. He's going to pull it back, surely, for Palacios. Well blocked from Lascelles. Very well blocked from Lascelles. I'm surprised he managed to get himself in the way of that. I tried to curl it, but I just couldn't. I just couldn't get there in the end. But Diaby now's managed to be sprung. Diaby, what can he do? Surely, there we go. That's what we've needed more of. It's what we've needed more of from Diaby. He's not done that anywhere near enough this season. We really have needed more of that from him. And he's duly delivered there for us, hasn't he? And that'll make it 2-0. And just settle the nerves a little bit, because Gladbach have certainly been a better side this second half. And that'll do nicely. Well, only one goal this season for Diaby. And that just kind of shows you how much we do miss Bailey. He didn't step into Leon Bailey's shoes, did he, really, Diaby? He's done okay, but he hasn't had anywhere near the output that Bailey had for his last season. So we've been way more reliant this year on Kramaric when he's been on the pitch. Luckily, Diaby's got his name on the score sheet now. Maybe that will become consistent. He did have that injury early on in the season as well, to be fair to him. Oh, managed to get Silas in here. What can we do with it? Silas now for... he would have finished the game off. Silas will knock it back across the box. I would have finished the game off and round it up, really, wouldn't it? It would have capped it off nice. And his performance nice with him coming off the bench. Showing what he did so often before, coming off the bench and getting goals for us. Unfortunately, it wasn't to be. And they might go through and score now as he tries to... I don't know what he tried to do there, Herman. Did he try to chip Hardecki? Didn't work. Thuram, slow day at the office. I wouldn't mind Thuram, to be honest with you. Very good player. Well, Ante Rebic has been sprung through here. Rebic, he's very good. He's going to play it in towards Silas, but he was so close to the goalkeeper. Rebic is still yet to really find his feet. I know he'll come good, but it's just a matter of time, I think, before we actually see the best of him. And he's not played tons, has he? Oh, have we sprung Diaby in here? Maybe. I don't think we've sprung him in well enough. What can we do now? I'll fire that one up towards Silas, but nothing comes from it. There we go, guys. A 2-0 victory for ourselves. One we needed, really. Let's be honest. We really needed that victory there. And there I am still in the kit. Please, EA. Please fix some of the stuff in this game. Oh, there's been another title update, like I said, but doesn't appear to have fixed some of the glaring issues. But Diaby gets himself a goal. Kramaric gets himself a goal. And although Gladbach did huff and puff, in the end, it's a victory for Bayer Leverkusen. The table doesn't look too bad. Doesn't look too bad going into the winter break, does it? 31 points, neck and neck with Augsburg, to be fair. Goal difference puts them ahead of us. But we're only 5 points behind Leipzig now. And if I've been honest with myself, 30's probably the marker. 30's probably the marker of where we want to finish this season. So I'm quietly all right with actually the first half of the season, because though Augsburg actually have a game. But in reality, last season, we were way worse off than this. So after the first half of the season, we've actually performed better. We managed to get through in the Champions League group with a lot of injuries this year as well. And yeah, I'm quite happy with that. I think once the team's fit and a good transfer window now. We do need a good window, to be fair. In January, I'm not a big believer of doing a lot of business in January. Usually, you might need one or two to tidy things up. But unfortunately for us in our situation, I think we need a few players. I think potentially we could need another centre-back. I'm in two minds about that. We certainly need a right and potentially a left-back if we're going to use Restos as a centre-back. So that's something to think about. I think we can get away with just signing a right-back. We want to bring in a Nana, depending on the fee. We want to bring in a Nana as our goalkeeper because Hardecki just has not been good enough this season for us. A team that is in the Champions League and pushing high top fours, we need a better goalkeeper. And yeah, so I mean, injuries has been the biggest issue. I'm quite happy with the squad we've got. We'll see what kind of bids we get in as well. And as we did expect, Tapsoda is out for the same length of time as Jonathan Tah. Obviously, he'll come back a little bit later, but was basically carbon copy of the same injury, which, I mean, we could kind of guess by the way he fell. But yeah, not great news. Both out for 2 months, and, you know, Sven Bender's really going to have to pick up the slack now. Naful Perez will get a lot more game time, but it's kind of forced extra game time. I just noticed we got this really cool news article. This is awesome. Leverkusen dealt further injury blow. And then it shows you images of the 4 players that we have out injured at the moment. And they are all 4 key first-team players. Bellarabi Isco, Jonathan Tah, and now Tapsoba. And they're all 4 first teamers. They're 4 players that usually would be near enough nailed on starting. You know, Tapsoba and Sven Bender and Tah and Sven Bender, you know, that rotation. But the rest would all be locked on. They'd be nailed on to be starting. So, yeah, what a really cool news article that is. Got a couple of youth players unsettled as well. We've got Lucas Pasta here, which is interesting as well, because he's got red boots and an untucked shirt. So, that's not normal. But he looks decent already. 4-star weak foot, 3-star skill moves. Right winger. He's definitely going to go out on loan. Going to add him to the loan list. But yeah, he's decent as well as a left winger in Matteo Schulz. Can play right mid as well, which is decent. Would need some retraining. But yeah, I like the look of him already as well. 4-star skill moves. And he looks pretty decent. He needs to become quicker, that's for sure. But we will loan him out as well to aid his development. But yeah, they were unsettled, and I quite like the look of both of them, so we brought them up. Here we go then. Transfer window has opened. Demarai departs. He joins Real Madrid. Jamilio leaves. A 2-year loan deal for him, the youngster. So the window is open. And the first thing we need to do here now, with the window being open, is go and grab ourselves a nana. We've got 134 million. We're going to need to spend some of it, I tell you that. Well, this is a new one, isn't it? The ball's on the man. This player isn't willing to move to a league that isn't competitive enough for his skills. It's the Bundesliga. You're at Ajax. We're not going to get ourselves our new goalkeeper. We're not going to get ourselves our new goalkeeper. Right, so I'd like comments now on who else you think we should sign in net. We've got a while. You're still going to have like 2 weeks of the transfer window after this video goes up. So we've got a while. He certainly was someone I wanted to make the deal for straight away, to be fair. Straight away. Now we're not going to get the deal done. I still want Wagnerman. He's at Bayern Munich. He's not playing football. So we're going to go in for him. We're going to approach to buy him. I think he's going to cost about 10 million, and he's going to be our right back. The beauty of Wagnerman is he can play right or left back, which certainly helps us. I'm not going to mess about. We're going to go straight in with 10 million because I think he's definitely worth 10 million. I don't mind if that seems like an overpayment. He's worth 10 million. We'll delegate the contract. We're going to keep having a look through the players we've got on this list. We're going to keep looking at them. We're going to try and figure out other players that might make sense for us to sign. Now, I've added a few more to the list. Romario Barrow is still one we wouldn't mind. De Paul, Paqueta, Frank the Tank, Kessie, Fabian Eggerstein. I'm not sure we need a centre mid, to be honest with you. In fact, I'm pretty positive we don't need a centre mid. I think, if anything, mindset would be to sign a younger player. So, Jolson Fernandez is someone we're probably going to sign, the young Portuguese man. We probably are going to pick him up. We still have some players on this list as well. I wouldn't mind signing Sinistra. I really wouldn't, because he's so pacey. He looks so dangerous. But last time he didn't want to talk to us. What they got here, the team will not sell him. So it doesn't matter. And there's no release clause. They just quite simply don't want to sell him. So he's going to be on our mind for future reference. Now, the problem is with Jolson Fernandez is the player's just recently signed. So we can't pick him up yet either. So unfortunately, our options that we were going to go in for are slowly starting to dwindle. Now, Almada could be someone we potentially went in for. A young Cam. We've got Paulinho, Argentine. We also have Amiri, but the jury is out on Amiri at the moment. But let me know if you think we should go for Almada. I quite like the idea of him. He's a young Argentine player. But apart from that, really, I'm not sure we want to do any other dealings. The question mark is, do we want a centre-back? But I'd be pretty happy if we get Wagnerman in. Got an offer straight away for Lucas Pastor on loan. It's a loan to buy. But I learnt the great old lesson with Hamilton that if you delegate it, the deal gets done. You get a loan deal done. So that'd be great for us, Pastor, going out on loan. Obviously, he'll get some game time, be able to improve. I also noticed during this session of recording, there is no more stutter. I'm not sure how long that'll last. We've managed to sign Wagnerman to a decent deal. And that will be probably the only signing then of this episode. I want to get a bit of feedback from you guys. I need another goalkeeper. Potentially young, someone who's going to be the goalkeeper now for the rest of the series. I would love to get a Nana, but we can't at the moment. Unless you guys think, hold off on a Nana. use Hardecki this season. We'll go back in for Anana next year. See if he wants to sign. Well, England highly wants our new players that we've actually promoted, because we're going to be able to get a deal for Schultz as well, by the looks of it, pretty quickly. And that's going to be both of them out on loan, fair enough, instantly, and getting them game time. And I'm really happy about that, because you know already, if you've played this year's game and you have a lot of players in your squad, well, basically, you just can't have a lot of players in your squad, because they won't improve. They'll lack match sharpness. It's extremely frustrating. Now, I wish I'd turned off international as well, because I've been offered about 999 international jobs since we've been playing. All right, guys, and that's going to be it for this episode. Unfortunately, we couldn't get the Anana deal done. But yeah, leave your feedback. Let me know what you think. We'll make some more transfers in the next episode, as well as playing some huge games. I think we kicked that one off with Leipzig as well. Give us an opportunity to close the gap. I think we should have beaten them in that first game of the episode today. I certainly think we can beat them when we play them again. Anyway, guys, I appreciate all the support as per usual. If you're new around here, please smash subscribe. We nearly hit 500, man. We nearly hit 500, and we just seem to keep on growing at a nice little pace. Nice little pace. We might hit 1K by Christmas. If we don't, is what it is. Do you know what I mean? I can't control it. Anyway, boys, I appreciate the support. I really do. It's been amazing. Great episode. Hopefully, we can make some deals happen. Look at that. Dolberg, Geyer, Lozano. Some big moves there going through. It's about time Leverkusen started making some big moves. But it's just difficult, because it's balancing that squad. And we've got a pretty decent team when they're all fit at the moment. And I don't want to ruin that. I don't want to mess that up. But yeah, stay safe. See you in the next one.